Hey, finally, the weather is broken here in Michigan, and I'm going to take you on a trip to do outdoor black and white close-up photography. And we're going to talk about why I'll be shooting in color to convert to black and white. We're going to see a little bit about before and after images. I'm actually going to work in Photoshop. I'll show you different ways of me approaching an image, converting it to black and white. And then the very end, what the heck did I learn? Because this is out of my comfort zone. Are we ready for this? Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, this is dedicated to photography and as a photo artist. Okay, for quite a while I was talking about the importance of photographers doing their own personal projects. And I've been kicking around some ideas, and if you've been following me for a while, this is the year 2025 that I've decided as I come into this year, I'm phasing out of client work because of my age, but I want to enjoy doing some personal projects and some other things related to photography plus this YouTube channel. So with that out of the way, I'm going to take you on a journey. We're going to jump in my car. I'm going to take you to a place that I'll describe in a few minutes, and I'm going to walk you through the philosophy of how I'm going to approach close-up photography with minimalistic equipment. Are we ready for this? Let's do it.
Hey everybody, hopefully this comes out. Obviously you can see I'm in a car driving, and I'm going to take you along on a trip here to a location I've been to many times but never to do photography at all. I may have done a high school senior shoot there years ago, but I'll tell you about the place when we get there. But first of all, let's talk about what I'm going to be doing, and that is I chose a topic called close-up photography. And this is going to be totally out of my comfort zone. I expect to make a lot of mistakes, but it's one of the things I wanted to do is some personal projects. And I've talked about that in the past if you've been following my channel. And I've decided that being in my 70s now, I am no longer working with clients. I've got one more in the month of May to finish up, but after that, it's going to be personal projects only and dedicating more of my time to the YouTube channel for you. But anyhow, when I get there, I'll describe the location I'm at. I'll give you a quick overview of the place, and then this is going to be new to me, and that is behind the scenes shooting, because I'm a one person show here. I've got a tripod. I'm putting an action cam that you see right now that I'm using in the car to record some of the behind the scenes. I'll describe about what I'm shooting and my approach toward that. So stay tuned, here we go. Okay, we are out in the country a bit here in Michigan, and just outside of the city of Fenton, Michigan. If you've never been here before, this is an incredible place, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but I'm entering into the parking lot right now. And if you're from Michigan, you may have heard of this place or have been to this place many times. But let's get ready for the start of behind the scenes of me trying to do close-up photography. And boy, I'm going to learn a lot today. Okay everybody, this is going to be the first time I'm doing a behind the scenes shoot at a outdoor location. So hopefully this comes out well. And hopefully the car noise isn't too bad. But I'm at Spicer Orchards Farm Market, which is that way there. And the cool thing about this place, it's got a cider mill here, a bakery, a winery, a play area for kids, and farm animals. It is a beautiful place to come to. This is just outside of Fenton, Michigan, and I will give you a quick tour of the area. But the main thing is a lot of tractors, a lot of areas, equipment that I'm looking forward to doing close-up photography. So let's talk about what I'm looking for in my shoot today. Number one, I'm going to be looking for color, and I'll be talking about why that later in the video, but I'm going to look at colors, shapes, textures, patterns, and Mother Nature. It's starting to cloud up a little bit, but shadows. Now, if I'm shooting something and the sun's out, it's going to be harsh shadows, and also, maybe something's going to be in the shade area. I'm dealing with Mother Nature light. I am not bringing any external lights. I'm trying to keep this very simple and easy so anybody can do this with any kind of equipment, which we're going to talk about right now. I'm going to be using a point and shoot camera, G1X Mark III, that I've had for years. I've had the original camera way back years ago, and I love using this on vacation shoots, but I also do this on personal projects. Client work, no, but I have shot in the studio shooting models with this. Why? Because I can. And anyhow, you could be using a cell phone. What I'm trying to emphasize, it doesn't matter about the hardware, but I am going to be shooting in JPEG and in color, but my finished work will be in black and white. Now I'll explain why I'm shooting in color and not configuring my camera to shoot in black and white. By the way, I got my cool t-shirt on. That'll get some people really upset, and that is I shoot JPEG. I'll do a segment on this dedicated to 100% on why you should consider shooting JPEG images. And I don't care what type of photographer you are, because I know some well-known photographers, been in the business for 20 plus years. You'd be surprised how many of those actually shoot JPEG and they don't shoot RAW. I'm going to be shooting an aspect ratio of square, a 1:1, which is going to be new to me. I never do that. I'm always vertical and horizontal. And let's see, what else? Okay, black and white, JPEG, I mentioned that earlier, no flash, no. I'm trying to keep this minimalistic as possible when it comes to equipment. Okay, are we ready for this? And by the way, we'll see if this will actually track me. I have a tracker on my action. Yeah, there we go. So back here, this is where the cider mill is at, over here. There's a winery that is over on this side over here. Let me walk here, but I'll do a sort of aerial shot, maybe almost like a drone shot of the area for you. But are we ready to get started? Let's go.
Okay, we're going to take a quick look at the property, and as I'm coming forward here to the left, that's where the marketplace is at and the cider mill. There's just a ton of acreage out here. They grow all different kinds of apples. As we're approaching toward, you see on the left-hand side, there is a tractor, and now we're overlooking the property, and it just goes out there acreage after acreage. Not only do they grow different types of apples, but also different fruits like blueberries, raspberries that you could pick throughout the year during the time the fruit is all ripe and ready to be picked. You're taking a look back at toward the parking lot. There's a tractor obviously just going by, and to the left, as I start going by, you're going to see sort of a runway, but again, a lot of activity that will be happening later in the day because I got there early in the morning, but a lot of places to shoot different types of objects close up. It's just a great place. As I'm following this tractor, which is beating me, the building on the right-hand side is the winery, and they have a beautiful long deck that you can sit out that overlooks the property. On the far right that you don't see is an outdoor area where they serve beer and also wine. And this is the looking out at a different section. And on the right-hand side is where the goats are at and some chickens, I believe. And just again, acreage of property, a blast to play around with close-up photography.
Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. I found a tractor right here, and see if this will follow me over. You see the tractor behind me. So I'm looking for detail shots. I'm going to be looking for like textures, shapes, colors, shadows now, because we have some direct sunlight coming down in here. I'm trying to get all these different components to make up a composition. And again, a quick review on my camera here. I am shooting a square format. I'm shooting in color as JPEG. I'll explain why I'm shooting a color JPEG a little bit later, and I will actually show you some of the images I'm shooting here today. I don't want to waste a lot of time, so let's get busy. So again, I'm going to be framing this up to try to get some different angles, and I'm zooming in. Interesting. And again, I will show you some of the images I'm doing. But again, I'm looking at things like textures, shadows, colors in the photograph as I'm doing some close-up work. Okay. Okay, also, I'll show you before and after right here. Hopefully, this is the actual shot, and this is after I edited the shot. I'm gonna maybe go walk around to a whole bunch of different locations. It's not necessary for me to record all that stuff. The bottom line is, you want to get out with your camera, find a beautiful area to go to. I highly recommend, if you're in Michigan, coming down to this place. It is incredible. There's something for everybody here, especially the farm animals, and I'll be walking through there. So my goal is to do a tabletop book, a close-up photography. I know I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, and at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about two things. Number one, I'm going to actually do a before and after to show you how I'm editing the images. But number two, I want to talk about what did I learn coming out here, because again, this is out of my comfort zone. It's something I don't do, and yet I picked a topic to do, just like street photography. Yes, I've tried it before, but it's nothing I excelled at or did all of the time. I'm going to be doing something maybe later in the year. We'll do some street photography. I'll bring you along with me. And again, this is all new to me. Hopefully this is tracking and the sound is okay. I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes, but anyhow, let me get busy and let me show you some of the images I came up with.
Okay, we're going to start out with a couple images right off the bat from the first tractor you saw me do. So this was the image I came up with, and I'll actually show you how I did that from color to black and white. And we'll talk about why I'm shooting in color. And we'll take a look at the next one, which you did see earlier. But then here's some of the other shots I did throughout the day. Many more, but I'm not going to bore you with a whole bunch. There's this one, very contrasty. I love the shapes, the springs there. Don't ask me what this is used for. It's something that is a piece of equipment that's pulled from behind a tractor. Dandelions in the ground right there. Another just a spoked wheel, looking through that, the way the sunlight was hitting it. A lot of good contrast there, and shadows and textures. This was nothing more than a wound up garden hose. And I thought it was interesting, the shapes and lines and what it was giving me. And then this is the hitching post where the animals, and most of them, they were goats, that would come up and rub their body up against this, which was interesting. But again, shadows, right textures, there's patterns there. And then this one of the I would say I can't say it's a barn, but it was a supply place where the door was locked and there's a master padlock right there. And again, I love that. And same thing with this, a little grid that was protecting sort of a spinning wheel behind there. Caught that one right there. And then I had this obsession with tractor tires. So again, some of the images, again, converted to black and white. And again, I'm dealing with looking for shapes, textures, patterns, and shadows. And the very last one, they have an outdoor area that wasn't open yet because I was there a bit early at the winery. They served drinks inside, but this was actually outside at a pavilion that they have. And I got it as close as I could to the tappers because they actually also provide a draft beer also at the winery. So there's some of the images. Now, let's take a look at a couple of different ways how I could approach creating the images from color to black and white in Photoshop. Hey everybody, I'm really sorry for this. I need to jump in really quick, and that is I realize if I cover the next three things I want to, this is going to be a long video. So I'm going to cut it right here and call this We Now Ended Part 1. Part 2 will be next week. And let me share with you the three things I'm going to cover next week. Number one is, why did I choose to shoot JPEG in color, knowing that I'm going to be converting this to black and white? Why didn't I just shoot it in black and white within my camera? Number two is I'm going to edit one of the images, and I'm going to do it two different ways. One is I'll start in Photoshop, work it through, and then I'm going to open up in a plugin, finish it off, and come back to Photoshop. Okay, but what if I don't have that plugin or don't want to get and use a plugin? Then the second method I'm going to do is 100% in Photoshop. to give you the option to think creatively to do a conversion from color to black and white. And then the last thing is, what the heck did I learn from this experience about shooting out of my comfort zone? I'm going to talk about what I learned, the pros and the cons. So until next week for part 2, see ya.